Okay, Aaron, in this video, we're going to talk about one thing that you can do to build upon your strengths to make yourself a more effective hitter. And we're really going to focus on how we load our hands when our front foot gets down at the end of our stride. And I want to begin here with Joe Mauer. We're going to watch him here from his stance, takes his stride, and right here his front foot is down. And what I want you to pay attention to, number one, is the position of the barrel of the bat. Notice how it's upright, tilted towards his head, and notice how the knob of the bat is pointed towards the catcher. And in this position, we can see the back of his hand on the bottom hand, and you'll notice his front arm is close to his body. You can see here how that front elbow is kind of pointed towards the ground here. So everything is nice and compact in a good, strong position. Now, when we take you to this same position in your swing, we're going to go ahead here and watch you take your stride and load your hands. Right there, your front foot gets down. One of the things you're going to notice here is the barrel of the bat is flat as opposed to upright. And this is going to be a problem for a couple of reasons. The first reason is the barrel of the bat is now further away from the hitting zone. If you look at Mauer's bat, the barrel's here. This is closer to the hitting zone, so he's going to be quicker to make contact. He's going to get the barrel of the bat in the hitting zone sooner than you, and he's going to be able to keep the barrel of the bat through the hitting zone longer than you. The other reason this position is a problem is because you're going to have a tendency to roll your hands over when your bat's flat like this, because your first move is going to have to be to open up your shoulder a little bit earlier than you want to be able to do to get the barrel of the bat in the hitting zone. You'll notice here that unlike Joe Mauer, your bottom hand, the back of it is pointed up towards the sky, and you're going to notice the difference in your lead arm, how your elbow is actually pointed towards us. So you're going to be very pull happy. You're going to yank on a lot of balls in this position. And as a hitter, we want to be able to drive things up the middle consistently, even to left center field. That's where we're going to be effective with outside fastballs, breaking balls, and really just fastballs in general. So if we can get ourselves to this position, we're going to be much more effective. Now, with that said, I want to show you a different angle of this. It might give you a better view of what you should look like when your front foot hits the ground. So we're going to pull up Joe Mauer from a catcher's viewpoint, and we're going to pull you up from a catcher's viewpoint, and we're once again going to talk about what the hands and the barrel of the bat looks like when the front foot hits the ground in our hitting launch position. Okay, so let's take a look at Mauer first. Here he is in his stance. Here he's getting into his stride, and his front foot lands right there. Okay, and in this position, notice how close his front arm is to his chest. This is going to make him faster when he rotates his hips. The closer your hands and arms are to your body, the faster you're going to be able to rotate your hips. And notice the barrel of the bat, right? How close it is to the hitting zone. Good, strong position here. Now, if we take a look at you over here on the left-hand side, we go ahead and get you down to that end of your stride, right before you swing the bat. Right there. Take a look at the distance of your front arm from your chest. So there's a lot of space there, and that's going to make you a little bit slower with your hip rotation. It's also going to make you swing around the ball a little bit, so you're going to pull the ball. You're going to yank on the ball a little bit more. And you can also see the difference of the bat angle, right? It's kind of wrapped back here. So if we can make this adjustment, I want you to pay attention to how Mauer loads his hands. Brings him in towards his body. The knob of the bat's pointed towards the catcher. That lead arm's close to the torso. And watch the difference here with your load. We make that adjustment, and we're going to be a much quicker and more efficient hitter.